Got myself this Warrior rear paddock stand from Tweeks for 18 quid. Now, in order to use it, I have to take off the exhaust there, so that this part doesn't foul the exhaust that hangs right down here, but it actually gets the back wheel off the ground real nice. Very easy to use in my compact garage. As I've explained, it's very easy to get the exhaust off this bike. Today I got a little present in the form of the missing oil nuts and the high flow filter. Now also from Tweeks for 35 quid I got a front stand, which is the headstock stand variety. Now this one, of course, I had to put it on blocks because the Suzuki chopper thing style is just so tall, it needed to come up a bit higher. But taking off the front mud guard and taking off the wheel is now a doddle, and it also fits in this very cramped garage. Oh yeah, and I've replaced the seat as well, so I've got one that hasn't been set on fire. So there's the front with the Michelin pilot. That's alright. And here are the forks, which are you know, very covered in aluminium oxide. Now, on these forks is a serial number. I don't know whether you can see that. The two serial numbers were different, and on the other one, on this second fork, first fork that came off actually, I've completely wiped it away with sandpaper, because I'm not having these dirty forks on my bike. And if, you know, if the serial number disappears, then it disappears. There's some printed detail here. The individual serial number has gone away. Okay, we're just taking off the faulty indicator here. Well, it's the mismatched indicator rather than the faulty one. And this wire with the black and white goes over to here, the wire with the black and white. And this wire, which is unseen off of the indicator, goes to the green on the loom. Okay, I now have the matching indicator stalks. The thing is, of course, this lens is newer than this lens, and so even though it looks like a match to begin with, it's not quite a match. And now it just remains to see this actually wired in. Okay, I'm going to start work draining the forks. Now, the way it's happened for me is I've got to undo this first because of the rotating factor at the bottom of the fork there. So I'm going to undo this carefully because I know this is going to come springing out. That came out no problem. Now, the first thing I notice is this kind of oxidization on here, and it seems to me that oil O-ring don't fit very well, but there's massive oxidization. However, it's got pretty good fork oil, pretty thin. Let's have a look what it looks like. Okay, so the fork oil, the quantity is there. I mean, it's thick and dark. It should be a lot lighter than that, but at least there was some oil in there, like I always say. First came the spring, then came the washer, and then there's this spacer. Finally, all held in with that. There's my little bolt at the bottom. Well, you can't see it now, but you could see it a moment ago. Oh, what a shame. In there is my Allen key. There's an Allen key in there. So my Allen bolt unscrewed, and from out of there it screwed into this shaft, which was inside this shaft, which pulled out with no need to bang any bushes out or anything like that. It just pulled straight out, and the oil smells like castrol again. Seems to be lots of iron filings in there, and it's thick, discoloured. The quantity looks about right, but it needs changing.